Welcome to the Writer's Life, take two. I lost the first one. If this is the place to come if you want to get the sight, sounds, taste, smells of my particular writer's life, you also get the truth. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. If you haven't hit that like button, please do so. And if you haven't hit the bell for notifications, please do so because you don't want to miss even one exciting video. So I'm not sure if this is how I lost the last one, but I just wanted to show you that. Remember those guys, the Pistols? Sex Pistols, groundbreaking band. Anyway, the whole point of this was I've been talking to a friend of mine from years ago. We were both in the same punk rock scene back in the early 80s to the late 80s. You know, I spent half of that time in Rhode Island, so, but also in the scene. But she was more of a fan, and I was a drummer in several punk rock bands and all that sort of stuff. And it just, like back then, we were buck the establishment. We were anti-hippies, which was very establishment at that time still. You know, we did our own thing, and we cut our hair, and if you were like a mod like I was, you wore conservative clothing like button downs and trousers, Salvation Army trousers and black shoes. And others chose to spike their hair and wear leather and combat boots and stuff like that. And even though we looked different, we were still in that same independent tribe. We loved our independence. And I actually, as the more we talk, the more I got to thinking about like how industrious we were. Like, if there wasn't a venue for us to play, we made a venue. If there wasn't, none of us even remotely had the illusion that a major label would pick our music up. You went to like indie publishers like Sub Pop, or you created your own label. Everybody went to everybody's shows, and it was very supportive, and everybody picked up everybody's records and all that sort of stuff. We didn't sit around. We were like mini capitalists. We really were. We worked really hard. We worked all the time. We didn't sit around doing bong hits and lying on the couch and eating Cheetos. It's just, like everybody, 99% of the other kids were, or whatever. We were just very industrious. And it got me to thinking about today, about now that I'm a full-time writer, and how, like, yes, I've taken major deals with the legacy system, and I've done all that. But now that the system's collapsing in on itself, I've been focusing much more on my independent side of things. And I write what I want, when I want, how I want to write it. If a publisher doesn't want it, if I don't see a market for it, well then fuck off. I'll find one myself, and it'll, like all systems go. I approve the art, I approve the editing, I do everything on that side of things. And no editor, no publisher, no marketer, no agent tells me what to do, ever. That's just the way it is, and it's just like the old days, the old punk rock days, I swear to God. So that attitude is still very much there, and the independent, the decentralized, what I call depub movement is just growing and growing and growing. For instance, in all sorts of spheres, if those lunatics want to defund the police, okay, just because the Clintons put a Twitter out and said so, and all the lemmings followed, okay, then I'm going to buy my own guns and protect myself and my family. All right, that's just the way it's going to be then. What do they call that? Frontier justice. If I no longer trust the legacy media, the CNNs and the for-profit corporate media, NBC, ABC, I'm going to go to YouTube for my news and choose what I want to listen to. And if I no longer trust the Fed and the banks and the ever-failing dollar, I'm going to switch everything to crypto, which I have, and especially Bitcoin. And I'm going to reap the profits from that and the profits to come. This is the new decentralized, definanced, depub world we live in now, and I in particular, I happen to love it. It's just I live the life of the independent punk rocker. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. So that's all I wanted to tell you today, and this is the second time I'm telling you. That's the first video I lost. So anyway, I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll try to catch you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.